Meggan Brummer. Hello.
Hi, Kelly. How are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Most welcome.
Meggan, for those that don't know you yet, could you give us a little rundown? Who are you? Where are you? What do you do? How are you involved in weddings?
Absolutely. I am in Sydney. I'm a married celebrant here, and also a yoga and meditation teacher and a mum of an 11-year-old.
Wow. So not busy, right?
Not busy at all.
And how did you get into weddings? How did that kind of all come about for you? Was it always a thing you wanted to do? Did you fall into it?
I totally fell into it. I started off with funerals, and after doing, I think, 1 or 2 funerals, I just felt like this thought just literally came to me one day, and I thought, I think I'd like to do weddings. And so I started doing weddings. Yeah.
And your background is really incredible, isn't it? Of what you did before you became a celebrant. Can you share a little about that?
Oh, absolutely. I am an internationally published writer. So I was writing for health and wellbeing magazines around the world. I was writing for Wellbeing magazine in Sydney in Australia. And I was also writing for travel publications, travel somewhere and write an article, get it published in a different, in-flight magazine or whatever it may be. So I was writing quite a lot. And now I'm predominantly just writing love stories, couples love stories, which I love. It's fantastic.
Absolutely amazing. And so could you remind me, how did we meet? How did we come across each other?
I think it was actually on a seminar that was happening online during COVID time that was being organized by Easy Weddings.
Yeah. And so when you joined that seminar, what did you think? Dare I ask?
I thought, oh my God, this woman has got so much energy. I was just totally blown away. I don't think I've ever been on a seminar where the person hosting it had so much energy and so much enthusiasm. And I just thought, God, this woman's amazing.
And so once we kind of had come across one another, you joined one of these kind of free events that we do online. You then decided to join our inner circle, which is called The Next Level. Why did you decide to do that? How did that come about just from a free event that we were hosting?
I immediately knew, how sometimes you just know something, right? I immediately knew that there was so much that I could get from your wealth of knowledge in the wedding industry. And I was blown away by how you were able to help wedding vendors from all different parts of the wedding industry. You could just help them like that. In just the shortest amount of time, you were giving so much value. And I would leave each tiny little session feeling like I just couldn't believe how much I'd got in such a short amount of time.
And were you looking for a mentor? Were you looking for a program to join?
Not at all. Wasn't interested. I always thought that would never be worth my money. I'm always very, very skeptical around where I spend my money. I'm just that sort of person.
Oh.
And so when I signed up with Next Level, when I signed up with you after that, I thought I'm just literally going to stay for a month and then I am out of there. Nothing is going to make me stay. I'm going to go in for a month. I can afford that. And then I'm out of there. And I think I've been in there I've been with you for about 2.5 years now.
Yeah, I think we can't imagine the community without you now.
I can't imagine being part of it.
And are you always super active in the Next Level? Are you always at everything or do you dip in and out? How does it work for you?
I started off in the Next Level being, I think I was probably one of the most active people. Like you would say, do this, and I would do it. And I would give 150% to doing everything that you said. And now I'm hardly active in the community at all. I hardly go on the Facebook page. I hardly attend, a lot of the workshops and things. I hardly actually attend them. But what I do is, and what I do really, really love is the office hours sessions that you do. And I can't always make them because of the difference between Aussie time and UK time. But I love being able to be like this with you on those office hours where I just say, Kelly, this is a problem I'm having, please help. And you'll just go boom, boom, boom. And I leave that call feeling like my problem's been solved and I don't have to take it to hubby, I don't have to go. what do you think of it? Because that's where I would normally go. And so now, and this, I have to say that this is one of the things I've really valued, is to have someone who knows what they're talking about, to be able to discuss it with, so that I don't have to keep all the business challenges in the family, because it's normally me talking to my husband, and there's enough going on as parents and all of that as well, and all the other things we do. So it's really nice to have a mentor who's, external to all these other situations that happen in our lives.
I love that. And I'm sure lots of people can resonate who are inside TNL, that having that kind of separation and being able to just share that outside of your personal relationships is actually sometimes way more beneficial. I think what's been brilliant about you is you've been great at action taking. So when we've discussed things, then you go and implement, you go and do it. You don't just listen and go, oh, well, that was nice, but then not do it. You take action. And I think that's so valuable, and not everybody does, right?
Yeah, I get that.
So was there anything that surprised you? So when you joined the next level, was anything, everybody knows they're going to get the training and the strategy. Was anything a surprise?
Yes, I just couldn't believe that there was so much. Like, normally you imagine when you go and do something, it's like you get value and then you feel like you reach that point where you've got your value now and then you drop out. But, the fact that I've been with you for 2.5 years, it's just, and the fact that I'm hardly attending anything and still feeling that it's worth my investment, that I think just speaks volumes in itself.
So do you feel like you've covered the investment you've made over these months and these years that we've spent together?
I have to book less than half of one wedding. I shouldn't be telling you this because you might put the price up. I have to book less than half of one wedding in a year to cover my costs with you. Like, I cannot think of any other way. Like, I'm putting my money into other things as well, but I can't think of any of those things as being not even nearly as beneficial as the investment I have with you.
I love that. I love that so much, because people always think that they make the money first and then they hop into something like mentorship, but it's the other way around. And so it's always so important to me that people are making not only the cover of their investment, but more than that. Of course, that's what we want for everyone.
Absolutely.
I love that.
And what has happened to my business through the mentorship that I've received from you is I earn a lot more for each wedding now. So, and this is where I wanted to go, and this is where I've kind of got to. I'd like to go a bit further still, but where I've got to is that I'm doing less weddings, but making the same amount of money. So I'm not burning out. I've got time and energy for other things, like I'm studying Vedic astrology at the moment, which is taking up so much of my time, but I'm still able to keep my business functioning at a really healthy level and still taking bookings, but not being feverish around how many bookings I'm getting. That scarcity is not there. There's this feeling of there's abundance, and I'm attracting the right couples now, like I attract these gorgeous couples that I just feel like we're such a good match. Whereas before I started working with you, I would still get a lot of couples who we just weren't really well suited to each other,
Yeah.
So that's also one of the things that's changed a lot.
I love that. And I remember the conversation when you first said, I want to earn the same, but I want to work less. And I was, yes, let's go in that direction. And again, so many wedding professionals, and you will see them, you'll see your colleagues doing the same thing. They're running around so crazy busy, feverish is a great word you just used. Just doing, and never just, okay, hold on. Which parts are working? Which parts are making money? And they're so head down, they can't see what's going on, and they never take that breath to actually look at, okay, how do we make this function so we actually enjoy our lives and we're not just running around like crazy fools, working super, super hard, but with no other benefits, spending time with family or following those other things that you love.
Yeah. And one of my colleagues in the wedding industry in Australia, I was trying to persuade them to come to your free session, right? Using all my powers of persuasion. But what I noticed is that, and I have seen this I've noticed this a little bit in the last few days, is that some of my fellow wedding industry vendors are saying things like, I'm just too busy, to come along for 10 minutes a day for 5 days. I'm too busy. And I'm like, well, that's why you're going to benefit from this, is because then you're going to be less busy, but you're going to make more money and you're going to have more time to do the things that you love. Go down the beach, spend time with your family, take nice holidays. You don't need to be working like crazy. You do not need to be working like crazy. If you are working like crazy, something needs to change in your business, because if it doesn't, you're going to burn out, and that's not life. That's not quality of life.
No.
For me, quality of life is having a really good balance between all the things I want to do, need to do, and love to do, and feeling that there's this breathing space in my life as well. It's not just all about the work or all about the family, but a nice balance. Yeah. I feel like being part of the Next Level has brought more balance to that for me. Of course, it's always changing. And sometimes you need, when you're riding, you need to lean more to the left or not more to the right, when you're kind of losing your balance. But it's definitely brought more balance into my life.
I absolutely love that you brought that up, because we hear it all the time. And it breaks my heart when I see wedding professionals either saying online or when I chat to them in person, oh, I'm just too busy. I'm just too busy. And I want to kind of grab them and go, okay, just give me a few minutes with you and let me streamline what you're doing so that you don't feel that way. But they won't take that breath. They won't jump off the hamster wheel for 10 minutes to streamline and start putting the things in place. And so it's like they're waiting for some magical unicorn fairy dust to fall from the sky where it's all going to change, but it never will. And that in 5 years' time, they'll be in exactly the same place, running. And that, and it makes me sad. It really makes me sad. So thank you for bringing that up. That's so super important. So you've seen these free 5-day challenges that we do. You've been part of them. If people are watching and listening right now, do you recommend that they join my next free 5-day challenge? And if so, why?
Oh my God. Look, I still join them, even though I know what's coming, even though I've done that kind of module with you, I still join them. So, because I know that even though I've done it, there's always going to be little bits here and there that are new, and everything is changing and moving and growing. And there's always something to gain. Anyone who doesn't join something that you do for free they just don't know. It's not that they're crazy, or they just don't know what is available to them. And you're only going to know. It's like if I say to you, try strawberry ice cream. And you haven't tried it, and you go, well, what's it like? And I go, well, and you've never tasted strawberries. I'm like, well, it's sweet and it's yummy, but only when you take that first bite of strawberry ice cream do you know how amazing it is, right? And it's the same with this. It's like if they just jumped in for even just the first 5 minutes of your first session, they would already get something and go away feeling like I have to move the rest of my schedule, all the stuff, so that I can make sure I'm available for the 10 minutes on each day. Because I was also thinking about this today. I was just sitting reflecting on how there's going to be people who come to your free challenge they'll sign up, but they won't make it to the first day. And then there's going to be people who sign up and they make it to maybe 1 or 2 sessions. And then there's going to be people who make it for every session. And then there's going to be people who drop off there. And then there's going to be people who keep going with you for maybe a month or a year or 10 years or 20 years. And they're the lucky ones, They're the lucky ones whose business will change. Their business will change significantly by having that support from you as they go through that journey of being whatever kind of vendor they are in the wedding industry.
I love that. I've never been compared to strawberry ice cream before, but I'm definitely taking that as a win.
You're very sweet.
Amazing. So guys, if you do want to join our next free event, somewhere around our heads there is a link for the free 5-day challenge. It starts on Monday. As Meggan said, you can literally join in as much or as little as you want. I do recommend 10 minutes a day will get you some results, but obviously the more you participate, the bigger results you should be able to achieve. So all you need to do is click the link somewhere around our head. It's completely free. We will be with you giving these mini trainings every day for an entire week. Starts on Monday, and then I'm live answering questions as well. Like, there's so much value and this huge community, and we're already over 1,000 people who are joining next week. So you will be a part of a global wedding community, which I don't know about you, Meggan, but so many people who run their own business also massively appreciate that whole community aspect.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you, I just have to say, if you don't want a positive shift in your business, don't come.
Yeah. No negative Nellies.
No negative Nellies.
Absolutely, yeah, we're full of the positive vibes, aren't we? But it's not magical fairy dust. You know, it's all strategy, it's all logical. But we do have a whole kind of high energy, high vibe going on. So find the link somewhere around our head. If you're live, if you're on replay, up until Monday, the 24th of April, you can register to join. As soon as you register, you will get your confirmation. You will get access to join the Facebook community where we're hosting this event, and we will be live every single day next week. You will see Meggan there. She will be joining us. So you'll be able to see her.
I will be there.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Before we close up, any final words, anything else you want to share with us?
I'm just excited to do it again for like the 4th time or whatever it may be. I'm excited to do it again. And, you know, I just want to say, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Kelly. I really do. Like, not just as a business mentor, but as just the lovely person that you are. I really appreciate you. You bring so much positivity and high energy, and you support so many people in such a lovely, nurturing, positive way. You know, what you do for people in our industry is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Not anyone could do that. You know, you really have a gift.
Oh, thank you so much. I didn't know you were going to say that. I was getting emotional there. Guys, I hope to see you on the free 5-day challenge. Click the link around our head to register, and I will see you on the live. Meggan, thank you so much for joining me. Take care. Bye-bye.